Got to fix the shirt. Make sure Motorhead is looking good there. So today's review is it's another album that came out back in the spring, and it is a band that I, for the longest time, did not really pay attention to. But once I started listening, I got hooked, and I bought a bunch of their albums, and I rock them all the time now. The band is Testament. And for those of you thrash fans out there, you're probably shaking your head at me wondering why I never listened to them before, since I do tend to like thrash as one of my favorite subcategories of metal. But nonetheless, I'm on board now. I love it. The album is called Titans of Creation. Again, back in the spring this came out. And, Testament has, over the years, since they've had such a long career, they've gone through a little bit here and there where they've changed. On some albums, they changed stylistically just a little bit, just enough to get people complaining because, that's what we do when our favorite bands change up things from time to time. But solid album. This one is, it almost really harkens back to the earlier days. It's as hard and fast as ever. So you're not going to lose anything here. You're not going to be disappointed. And of course, if you know Testament, you know what they sound like. But if you don't, it's just very hard, loud metal vocals, very forceful, very strong, not playing around here. And there are some bands that I really like for that, where they just do what they do vocally, and they're not trying to do anything but kind of make their voice an extra instrument there. Prong is another one of those bands that, for me, I feel does that really well. It's just the vocals are in there. It's just one more instrument, so nobody is really overpowering anybody else. And that's what I feel like here. It's all just kind of one big, loud groove. Testament is another one of those bands that does have what I feel is kind of prominent bass in there. The bass is an instrument that doesn't get left behind. It doesn't get blended in and left out in the rest of everything else. You can actually hear it as its own separate instrument, and I like that. So, the album again, Titans of Creation. Here we go, my favorite songs. This was tough because this is such a consistent album. Ishtar's Gate is the first one that I wrote down on my list as my favorites on here. And I believe that these are all kind of grouped together on the album too. Sometimes that happens. False Prophet is another one that I really liked here. And then rounding out my top three, The Healers. Again, I can't really explain why any of these songs does it for me more than any other one, other than the fact that it just caught my ear at the time. There was just something in there, some little stylistic bit, some little riff, something that drove me to pick this as the one I wanted. So those are my top three. Again, the band is Testament. The album is Titans of Creation. If you're a Testament fan, you're going to like it. If you're a thrash fan, you're going to like it. If you're a metal fan in general, you're going to like this. So highly recommended. Go out and get it. I'll see you next time.